Well, that's fans, so it's top of Weapon Monday Night Raw for November the 10th, 2025. The show opened up with Triple H, John Cena, Dominic Mysterio segment. The setup, John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio for the opening match for the Intercontinental Championship. John Cena's hometown. Could he win the one title as eluded his career? He did. He defeated Dominic for the become new Intercontinental Champion. Now he's finally a Grand Slam champion. I honestly did not care for the match. All Dominic did was showboat. Like Free Amigos kept posing, showboating. DDT kept showboating, posing. Every time he did a move, he kept doing that. John Cena had his signature maneuvers, hit 2 AAs, picked up the win. He's your new Intercontinental Champion. I love the fact that John Cena finally won the one title as eluded his career, but he should have won it before he's going to retire next month because he could have had a good title run with it. Now it's just going to be maybe a 1 week or a 2 week run as champion. That's kind of disappointing. So I'm curious if he's going to lose it next week on Raw because he's scheduled for next week's show. He's also scheduled for War Games, so he's either going to be part of War Games. Dominic could be the other man, or maybe they'll have a match at the pay-per-view for the Intercontinental Championship, and Dominic would cheat to get it back. Let me know below in the comments, how do you think Dominic's going to get that belt back if he does? Next week on Raw or War Games, or will he not get the belt back? And Cena will vacate it, and there'll be a new match, like a tournament or something, or qualifying matches or something to crown a new champion. Stephanie Vaquera, finally, after 2 months of winning the Women's World Championship at Clash in Paris, I think it was, is your defended against Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez in one corner, Nikki Bella in the other. Short match. I love those wicked, nasty forearm shots that brutal Regal gave Stephanie Vaquera in the corner. Then the Irish whipped her, bounced her off the ropes, massive big boot to the face. Stephanie Vaquera quickly went for the face plant, repeatedly smashing Regal's face off the mat. They call it the Devil's Kiss. But Regal powered out of it, tossed her halfway across the ring, picked her up, fallaway slammed her halfway across the other side of the ring. Irish whipped her in the corner, but then when she ran to do a close on the corner, Stephanie Vaquera moved out of the way. And when Regal turned around, Stephanie Vaquera came back, mirror roll in the corner, pitched perfectly done. Went for it again. Regal countered it, caught her. Massive running powerbomb, sit down style. I thought Regal won the title there, but Stephanie Vaquera just kicked out of the nick of time. Outside of the ring, Nikki Bella, Roxanne got involved. Regal got distracted by that. Stephanie Vaquera went to do her finisher, which the Styles Clash into a backbreaker. But again, like last week's tag match, she can't lift up Regal to do it. So she gave up, hit the Devil's Kiss a few times, and hit the top rope spiral tap to pick up the win to keep her title. After the match, Roxanne attacked her, delivered a cheap shot. Nikki Bella came in, cleaned house on Roxanne. Then we knew it was coming. Every time in her career, Nikki Bella starts off as a face, quickly within a month or two, turns heel. Or she starts off a heel, then turns face quickly. She turns heel, blasted Stephanie Vaquera with the title belt after Stephanie turned around, then showboated with the title, so now she's a heel. We all saw that coming, like I said. So, they're going to have the match for the title, which should be a good match. Then we had 2 tournament matches. For the last time is now John Cena Farewell Tour Tournament. We have first round matchup. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus for the first time ever. These two collide. Great match these guys put on. Sheamus delivered 10 beats of the Bowery. Came off the top rope. Nakamura jumped up, caught him in the face with a kick strike. Trapped Sheamus between the ropes and just hauled off and kept delivering kick strike furies. Yes kicks. Sheamus hawked up. At one point in the match, Nakamura came off the ropes and Sheamus jumped up and kneed him right in the face, and Nakamura just went down flat. Like that, he just folded up. And he has big giddy legs from that knee to the face. Nakamura countered the bro kick into inside cradle roll up. Sheamus kicks out. During the matchup, Sheamus goes up the top rope for white noise. Nakamura counters that into a nice superplex. Then Nakamura goes for King Sasuke. Sheamus barrel rolls out of the way. Nakamura turns around, gets blasted, bro kick. Sheamus picks up the win. He advances into round 2 of the tournament. Rusev, Damian Priest in a tournament matchup first round. First time ever these two went at it. Rusev just pummeled the back of Damian Priest. Kicks to the back, elbows to the back, forearms to the back, just pummeled, just destroyed his back. 3 snap suplexes in a row. Damian Priest fought back during the match with that Irish whip. Then he bounced off the ropes, delivers that jump up forearm shot, knocked down Rusev. Picked him up, Falcon Arrow, toss. Picked him up again, tossed him out of the ring, and they start brawling outside, and they exchange turns to see who can Irish whip the other one into the steel ring post the hardest. Rusev won that exchange. Damian Priest hit that ring post, and he went a flying afterwards. Rusev got him in the ring, hit a thrust kick, some more yes kicks. Damian Priest hawked up, like Hulk Hogan used to do. Went for the sit-down choke slam. Rusev thumb to the eye, raked the eyes. Thrust kick. Your winner, Rusev. He advances the tournament. I'm happy for that one. Because he needs to win after losing that feud with Dominic and Penta over the Intercontinental title. He needed that win big time. After the tournament matches happen, Adam Pearce comes up the screen and says, okay, time to spin the tumbler. See who's the next 4 to compete next week on Raw in the first round tournament matches. And 4 names are pulled out. Gunther is back, folks. He's back from his nose surgery he had to have done. When his nose got broken, busted open big time from Jey Uso. Or was it CM Punk? One of the two busted his nose up big time, and he had to have surgery done on it. Now I think of it, I think it was CM Punk. Anyways, he's back in the tournament next week. He's facing an NXT person's coming into the tournament now finally. Javon Evans. That guy's not going to win. I'm calling it now. He's going to go for his springboard, top rope, diamond cutter. And Gunther's just going to chop him. Or catch him into the sleeper hold for the win. Javon Evans should go backstage like, I want my name put back in the tumbler. You draw somebody else to face Gunther, then I'll face somebody else. Like, that guy doesn't stand a chance. And then Solo Sikoa's name was drawn out of the tumbler. And just like what happened on SmackDown, they're going to keep who the 4th person is as a surprise until next week's show. So, it can't be NXT person because they will have kept Javon Evans' name a surprise, right? So it's got to be somebody outside the promotion, like Jericho, Edge, or someone else we're not expecting. That's had history with John Cena, or somebody that like John Cena like to face. Because he said there's some people outside the company he would like to have a match with if he ever could. So maybe it's one of them, like from Japan or Mexico. Oh my God, if it's that stupid, lame butt wrestler, Mr. Iguana, that comes out with that iguana puppet, that's him. Oh, God, it's going to be terrible. I'm hoping it's Edge or Jericho. Maybe one is fighting Solo and the other one's fighting LA Knight on SmackDown. But they've been saying on the social media and that is Joe Hendry. And the reason why he wasn't announced on SmackDown because his gimmick is if you say his name, he pops up out of nowheres, and he wasn't in attendance for that show. So maybe that's why they kept that name a surprise, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's somebody else, like Zack Ryder or somebody. I forgot about him. You know, I can see into that tournament, Rhino. Rhino had like a little mini feud with John Cena when Cena was United States champion. For the first time, like he had defended the title in a feud with Rhino, Rene Dupree, and Booker T in a Fatal 4-Way match, and a Great American Bash, and that. So it'd be nice to see Rhino. That'd be cool. Maybe like one time more. Just give Rhino one more good run. That'd be awesome. Then we had main event time. The Kabuki Warriors took on Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss for the tag team titles. And I was disappointed in this match. Charlotte Flair did her signature cartwheels into clotheslines. Chops constantly to Kabuki Warriors. Like, you know she does these moves, in a sequence every match. You can counter one of them, right? Then if you watch, as she goes up the top rope, Charlotte Flair for the top rope moonsault, you can see Asuka kind of pull Kairi Sane closer to her, and then they got all cuddled up close for the moonsault. I don't like seeing that on camera. Alexa Bliss during the match too was delayed at one point as Kairi Sane went to jump off the top rope to break up Charlotte Flair's figure eight on Asuka. You watch, she goes to jump and then she stops. Alexa Bliss finally gets in the ring, and then she's like this, and then Kairi Sane jumps off into Sister Abigail counter. Like, that was sloppy there. You can see Alexa Bliss definitely was not on time for that counter. The Kabuki Warriors had awesome running faceplant buster into STF submission to a drop kick into the face of Alexa Bliss. They went for other double team on her. Alexa Bliss countered that into stereo DDTs. Charlotte Flair had that figure eight locked in on Asuka. And Nia Jax Last Legend shows up. And Nia Jax pulls Charlotte Flair's hair to break up the submission. Alexa Bliss runs around the ringside to go after them. And Kairi Sane intercepts her and sends her face first into the announce table. Then in the ring, Kairi Sane slides in. Her and Asuka hit that double team. One holds her down while the other one hits the top rope elbow drop onto Charlotte. 1, 2, 3, your winners and new tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors. Then after the match, Nia Jax and Lance Legend get in the ring and celebrate with them, which to me makes no sense because on SmackDown for the past 3 weeks, Nia Jax has been saying that her and her mystery partner, which was the Last Legend, like all the women on the roster, she had to pick her. That was like a big mistake right there. Anyways, they kept saying how she's going to be the one to take the titles away from them. So why help the Kabuki Warriors beat them if you're going to keep saying you're going to be the one to take the belts away from them? It makes no sense, right? And then it was a 4-on-2 beatdown. Io Sky, Mommy, Rhea Ripley's back. They return, they clean house to set up War Games. Now, Charlotte Flair last week had a wardrobe malfunction a few times. And this week, if you watch, Nia Jax kept adjusting her top, mocking that wardrobe malfunction. Then she was doing that, and then she got drop kicked into the ropes, and the camera went black, and it came back, and the faces were standing tall. Was it a warp gel malfunction again? That'd be hilarious if it was. It probably was shot at Flair. Or maybe it was Nia Jax, except she kept adjusting her top and all that mock and shot at Flair's wardrobe malfunction, right, from last week. Maybe she was doing it for too much and a puppy popped out there. That'd be cool if that happened. That's set up for War Games. Now, is here going to be 5-on-5, 4-on-4? I'm thinking it's going to be 4-on-4 because there's no anybody else you can throw into that to make it 5-on-5, right? Because if they do, it's not going to make sense because these 8 women have a feud going on, right? These other 2 random people just thrown in there. Oh, that's just Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree. That'd be terrible. Yep. Okay, our 5th member is Maxine Dupree. Yep. Okay, we're losing this match, folks. Can you imagine if find out that's your 5th member for War Games? I'll protest right then, right there. Next week, you got, speaking of Maxine Dupree, she's back. She went training for 2 weeks. She came back, went to Adam Paris. She said, I'm ready for my title match. So, next week, she's fighting Becky for the Intercontinental Women's Championship for the 3rd time. This feud sucks to begin with. It's terrible. Becky deserves someone a lot better than Maxine Dupree. And Maxine Dupree thinks it's a big deal that she's won by countout or disqualification. Like, she thinks it's a major upset victory. Beat Becky fairly in the ring? That'd be an upset right there. Next week is Javon Evans, Gunther in the tournament, and Solo Sikoa versus somebody that's a mystery opponent in the tournament. There's a segment also happened backstage. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee was talking to Adam Paris, and they're going to come up with a cool tag name. And they said they want to be fighting tag team champions, so line them up, we'll knock them down. Adam Paris, I'll figure out who's next in line to fight you for the titles then. CM Punk came out, called out Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed for Logan Paul pretending to help him last week, then knocked him out cold with the brass knuckles. They came out, circled the ring, trash talk happened, and then it was a 4-on-1 attack on Punk until main event Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes made the save to set up for Man's War Games. So it's going to be Team Punk versus Team Braun Breaker. So it looks like it's going to be Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul. I keep hearing Brock Lesnar's name going to be announced. That'd be cool, honestly. Brock Lesnar into War Games for the first time. He'll probably enter last, because if he goes in first, second, or third, he's going to be gassed for the rest of the match. And then on the other team, you're going to have Jimmy Uso. And if that's the case, and Jimmy's on CM Punk's team with his brother Jay, now then would be the perfect time for Jimmy to turn heel. I don't want to see Jay or Jimmy go back to kissing Roman's butt and sucking up to him. I want to see Jimmy turn on Jay again and have a really good feud this time. Because the first time they did that, the feud sucked. This time it could be great. Like, have Jimmy enter War Games, then quickly super kick his brother, beat him up a few times for like 5 or 10 minutes, and walk away. Or, when they open the cage door for one of the team members to go out into War Games, have Jimmy, the door opens, Jimmy walks out, turns around, kicks Jay in the face, and just walks away. They done that with the Wyndham years ago when it was Miguel Rodriguez team against I think it was Damage Control and Dakota Kai and who was a partner? She's been gone for WWE for a while. I'm sorry, I forget her name. Anyways, they were a tag team, and then when Dakota Kai's time to enter the War Game, she attacked her partner and then walked away. So do that with Jimmy, with Jay, or have him cost the match and be like the 5th member for the team, and not the 5th guy whose parents going to be Austin Theory to return. Have him be like the 6th member, I guess. That'd be awesome. Or maybe I've also read online, it could be John Cena and Dominic Mysterio as the 5th people. And LA Knight maybe be the 5th guy for the team as well. So you have, folks. So if I got a little bit off topic there, I apologize. Definitely check out the tournament matches. And definitely check out Stephanie Vaquera versus Miguel for the Women's World title. The other 2 matches, nothing really exciting happening, except Cena won his first ever Intercontinental title. On SmackDown for the tournament, we got main event Jey Uso and The Miz 1-on-1 for the first time ever. And LA Knight versus a mystery opponent. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.